I have to say, I like it even more than I thought.
You killed the light on my soul. It's all about love. Wherever I am, wherever you are.
That thing is huge. It's actually a TV, and here in the studio, everything is about productivity and work. So we actually need computer monitors that are made for viewing your stuff on the screen. But as you might remember, a week ago, I had a screen right here, floating above of the gear here in my studio where I make music, control my stuff. But it was blocking a little the sound from the speakers, especially when I was leaning forward. And without it, it just sounds better, a tiny bit. It just feels a lot freer. So I was thinking about a solution where I could mount something right in between of those speakers into that gap. And that one right there is my first try. I don't know if it will work out. I've never used a TV for productivity and work. It might be too slow, too laggy, too not clear enough, too far away. I don't know. And I've tried out already a lot of solutions right here, and none of them was really the perfect one. This one right here is really nice, big, curved, crystal clear. It has like the USB-C connection, so you just plug it into your MacBook and it gets charged and all of the data is transferred. On the back are some USB ports. So really good, but not for the upstairs studio. It's like too wide. It would also start blocking the sound. Then my second try solution was getting another monitor that I absolutely love. That one would be the one that I would recommend to anyone out there. This one right here is the one that I had previously. It's just like 16:9, so it's not ultra wide. I think 32-inch, and it comes already with an arm. So it goes down and up. It looks extremely cool. It's fairly flat, but it's like all one finish. Cables go in here. I love that kind of stuff. And it's really just like floating above your desk. And it's fairly inexpensive. I think just 300-400 euros. The screen quality isn't the best, but honestly, as long as you don't do like graphic design or anything where you need like a calibrated, color true, pixel dense screen, if you just need space, as I need it for Logic, making music, it's totally fine. But now let's actually see what this huge, big, actual TV has to offer, and if it works as something that you can use for actually working with it and connecting your Mac to it.
Wherever I
That's obviously not the final solution. Definitely shouldn't use these as stands. But there are actually three options I wanted to check. The first would be just to put something underneath and put the TV on top. The second would be actually to hang it from that steel beam right there. It might be just tough to balance it out. And the third would be just like a base, a stand in the middle to hold it. Or maybe like, I don't know, attach it to the sides right here with an arm. But then again, it would be just on one side. Both sides doesn't work. Because right now, the size I choose is like perfect for me to still pass the TV without a problem and get here to this kind of secret room behind the entire studio with that amazing view, beautiful weather. And even more importantly, when I sit here, I can still, like through these gaps, I can still look outside of the window, and I'm only maybe losing 5-6% of the view. And the view, you know, it's important to me. Sitting here every day, making music, being able to look outside, have daylight, fresh air, and this epic view is very, very inspiring. But now let's actually turn it on and see if the quality is good, if the distance is the right one. There are a lot of question marks we still need to check. Without a doubt, the most satisfying and biggest piece of foil I ever peeled off. Wow. So honestly, this was one of the things where I was worried that you turn on the TV and then you have to select the input source and like the audio and all that kind of stuff. but I like plugged in my MacBook Pro in clamshell mode, so it's closed. It detected it and I fired up the TV and it was already there. That's perfect. It would have been something that would have annoyed me every day turning it on and off, but it works. That's good. I think I will have to scale it up. Like in Mac OS, you can scale things up. If I use it like the real pixel density, the text is way too small. It's impossible. So I have to set it to the medium setting, which I think is anyways like the standard. Yeah, I think the medium one works. I can read everything. And it's basically now the same as the monitor I had before. Like it's bigger, but due to the distance sitting here and looking right there, it appears to be the same size, which I liked before and like right now as well. Let me make some music and test it like while working with it, how it responds for the next 1, 2, or 3 hours.
Under the light of my soul, it's all about love. Wherever I am.
I have to say, I like it even more than I thought. It works perfectly out with the distance. It really feels like the previous one being really close. I can hear the speakers 100%, nothing is in between. Size is good, the scaling is good. I even threw on a picture of what the outside actually looks like, so it feels a little like a window. Working with Logic is good, it's huge, I can see everything. But there are of course also a couple of drawbacks and downsides using a TV as a monitor. First of all, you need to have the distance between you and the TV depending on the size of it. If you would put this on a normal desk right here, it's way too big. Then your eyes have to move way too much, like your head has to move. It's just not good for you. So if you get a TV, then just get it because you want something bigger, because you want to put it further apart. Then the response of the TV is okay for working, typing, browsing, Logic, music, that kind of stuff. But if you want to game in any kind of way, maybe, probably not. Like the refresh rate, the frames per second, it's not really up there. And the HDMI cable, I mean, there is no HDMI cable. It doesn't come with an HDMI cable. Why? I don't know. But if you're interested in it, to check it out, check out the price. I'll link it down below. Also the 2 other monitors I showed you, because they might be actually something for you if you need something right in front of you. The other one in the B Studio, the black one, is actually a perfect fit. And what's really positive, you just turn it on. You can even just like unplug it, plug it back in, it turns on, and it detects the computer and displays it. You don't have to press anything. So if you just use it as I'm using it, you don't actually even need the remote. One more thing that might be a downside for some, it reflects. If I now adjust the lights, you can see them being reflected in there. I mean, it's not too bad, but if you work and like a window is behind you, no way, this won't work. It works here in this room because everything behind the screen is quite dark and the light is controllable. But if I would turn it the other way around and have the sun, the windows behind me, no way. It just like, it mirrors everything. But all in all, for me right here in the studio, for this very special kind of case where I sit apart really, like what is it, like 2.5 meters, and I have the speakers left and right, and I don't want to have anything in between, I think it's the perfect fit. I now only have to decide which mounting method I'll choose, and I'll test it for the next entire week, give you another update in a week if it still like holds up and does everything as expected. But for now, I think this is the best solution. My other idea was like putting a projector there and have like the entire gap, a huge screen, which would look epic, but wouldn't be really good for working and very expensive. And then the projector is loud and warm. That's definitely something I don't want to have here in the studio. But yeah, let me know what you think about this solution. I was thinking about a bigger screen, but then again, I can't pass through and go behind it to the window. And it's the max size. Like with this one right there, like I can see everything at once. If it would be bigger, I would have to start moving my head and my eyes. So I think for the sake of my health, I'll stay with the medium-sized one. There's one that would fill out the entire gap. I also thought about like turning it and having it in a vertical mode, and this way make it kind of bigger. And one more thing, at the moment, it's a little weird for my brain because I'm so used to have something so close that it's further apart. Again, like the size, it feels like from the perspective the same, but I have to get used to it a little. So I'll keep you updated in a week time. I'll like review it again and tell you if something has changed. But so far, I think it's the smartest and best solution for the studio right here.
all my soul. It's all about love.